next on the agenda, we've got Friends of Prairie Creek. I see our president here today.
Hello, I'm Charlene Moore, I'm Friends of Prairie Creek. Probably our last time being here for Friends of Prairie Creek. I was hate that it would be our last time to be here to talk, but I almost didn't come, but I thought I would come because um, I just kind of wanted to speak for all of us campers. I mean, we've enjoyed our time there, watched our children and grandchildren grow up there. I was very kind of disappointed in kind of the press with the mayor when he kind of it a lot of us felt like he made it out like we made the campground so horrible that that's why it's being shut down. But there was a lot of great people out here at the campground, a lot of people that had great pride for the campground and took care of the reservoir. As myself, me and our grandchildren would get on the golf cart, we'd pick up trash. That was our adventures on the weekends, to go around and try to make it better. And a lot of people took a lot of pride. And it's a very disappointing error for all of us, but I have had numerous calls from numerous campers, especially a lot of the elderly. How are we going to do this in the winter? Um, I mean, what was it, like 3 meetings ago? We were told that if we didn't get evicted, we were going to have our 2026 lease. So that's why everybody paid their storage. I myself, I wished I wouldn't if we knew we were lose our campsite, because as soon as that was announced, I've called every campground around just to help everybody know what's open, who's got openings, who has a spot. A lot of them places were full. A lot of them didn't want no one moving at this time of the year, um, due to the weather, due to the grounds. They don't want nobody moving campers in and out of their campgrounds and destroying their property in this kind of weather. And if we did, we have to pay a storage fee on top of that. So we don't get our storage fee reimbursed. So why is a lot of people wanting to pay a double of a storage fee? And then I found, calling around and seeing it all over the internet, some people that stored campers for $100 a month had their storage fee jacked up to $250 a month right off the bat. And people that was hauling, campers for people and boats for people, it might run $75. Now it's 150 or 100, 75 just to pull your camper. Um, and there's a lot of older people there that's having issues trying to figure out how are they going to move in this kind of weather. Yeah, we might have 40, 50-degree weather next week, but it's going to be muddy. We're not going to be able to move a camper in mud. We're not going to even be able to get out there and do all of that. Um, it was just kind of a poor timing, poor situation for everybody to be able to have this happen. And of all times of year, Christmas and holidays, where people doesn't really have the money to pay out extra for people to move their campers. Um, so, I mean, and I know Misty's working with keeping the gates open for people to be able to have access to their campers and stuff. But I'm also with the group of people that we paid for storage where our campers were going to be locked up and nobody in and out of there. I took a drive out there one day and sat in my spot for an hour, and I did not see one person drive through. Nobody was checking on the campsite or anything. Anybody could have got in our campers or took anything, I mean, it's just one of those situations of the stress of worrying about everybody's in and out. Who know, anybody could go in there and take our stuff. We don't know because they might think they're moving their camper. Who's to know? I mean, I think, if somebody is moving a camper, somebody in the office should go there and know that they're there, open it up, and when they're done, lock it back up. At least we all know our campers are okay until the 31st. And I have some people asking, what are they going to do if they can't get it out by the 31st? What if the weather still isn't, that great to get their stuff out by the 31st? What do they do? Some of the answers just is kind of like, well, you just got till the 31st. I mean, it's not that easy. That's why we don't open up till April 1st, because of the weather. We don't start camping at that time. Jim knows it's not the greatest weather at that time, So um, it's just a shame. I really hate to see the campground being closed. And we don't really have no definite, is it really going to open? Is it going to open back? And if it does, people's asking, will they have a chance to get a spot again? Um, it's just a lot of unanswered questions that everybody has. And I don't think anybody ever truly get the real answer of what's going to happen. I mean, it never was voted. You guys never voted to close it. How legal is that to just shut it down like that when the night before we thought everything was going great? And where's the water company? What does the water company say about this? Like, are they for this to be shut down? I thought they were kind of in compliance with everybody to keep it going. Um, so, I myself, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss all my campground kids. We were doing really great. We had such a good group of kids. This last summer we had a blast with the kids and had such big plans for the next year to do more with the kids and more with the adults. And we're going to miss it. And I'm like Jim, I hope that when Carl and you guys start hiring someone else to work at the Prairie Creek in the office, you find somebody who has that compassion about the Prairie Creek, about the people out there, and have compassion instead of being mismanaged. That's all it's been over the years, of being mismanaged. And don't make it so political. Have someone that's not, don't put politics into the reservoir no more. It does not need to be political out there. It needs someone who has that compassion to run it and have the compassion for the people out there. Because just like Christy said, there's people that's not wanting to do the fishing tournaments out there no more. That's sad because a lot of little kids like to do the kid tournaments and stuff that they used to have. When they all start going to different places because of what has happened, it's the reservoir's not going to be the reservoir. I grew up since I was a baby there. Everybody, a lot of people around. And, one time it was said that, it was a luxury to be out there. It wasn't a luxury to be out there. It was a convenience for people that lived in town that had big families and didn't have a lot of money to be able to go and have fun there. And I just want to say we've enjoyed all of the years that we've had out there. Some of the campers are out here right now, and some didn't come because they're just really heartbroken over this. And disappointed about it. And I hope in the future that maybe there is camping again, but it's just, I have a boat. I still have a boat there, and I want to keep my boat there, but it's at the same time, like, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We were told we were going to have a campsite this year. We don't know if we'll have a boat next year because tomorrow we might get up and on the news, the mayor might be announcing all pontoons need to be pulled out of there next year and nobody come back, So we don't know. I guess it's just, we all in the future would love to just be honest with people and be upfront and have the truth and, have the water company, I wished in the past the water company would have been here more to be able to talk to the people. And in meetings, like, involve the campers. And they should have been involved in a lot of more questionnaires, or even just having a meeting where all the campers could come and speak just themselves with the water company, with the board, with the mayor, and come to a solution instead of all of this. But I want to just thank you guys for letting me be president of the Friends of Prairie Creek and come in here, and appreciate all the time that a lot of the campers helped with activities we did. It was a great time, and it really was not the camp, like some of the stuff that has been said. It's not all the campers that ruined the campground. There's a lot of people out there that really love that place. There's a lot of people that last year, literally, as soon as they heard that they had a 2026, upgraded their camper to brand new, fixed their lot really beautiful. They're out all that money. I had people asking me, what do we do about all the gravel? Because there was somebody said that, I think it was one of them, they just put gravel down and got it approved to have gravel put down last year. and now they got to get out by the 31st of March. How do you do all that? I mean, it's going to be froze to the ground. Are they going to give any kind of extra time for people if people can't get it by the 31st to do that, or what?
Thank you. Thank you for your time you served on the, as the president. Appreciate all the campers that have continued to come through the meetings through the ups and downs here we've had the last couple of years. A lot of good people out there. So, Jim.
With the discussion I've kind of called, I would like to put a motion on the floor to extend the move out date to April 30th. Give everybody that month to get all their stuff out. I mean, that might still be tough because April's still a rainy season, but it'll give us a few more weeks to get things moved out. Just extend our contract to April 30th.
What? I don't have a calendar in front of me. What
That's
day?
a Thursday, I think.
That's a Thursday.
I mean, I'd like to go to the weekend, but I mean, if we can get to April 30th, May 3rd is a Sunday. I would amend to say May 3rd if everybody would be in agreement with that.
Some of the campgrounds that I did call is not allowing people to move their campers in until like April 15th. One was April 20th. Some of the campgrounds that I did call that was around Indiana is not allowing people to move their campers in until the middle of April or the last week of April.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's something to think about too.
Well, I'll make my motion to say, make the date May 3rd. End of day, May 3rd.
Could we have some discussion with Carl? Are there any conflicts with that space or
What I
any
would say
events or?
would be for the board and myself to have conversation and discuss if that's even a possibility, being that the date has already been set.
So
Well, we don't even have, there's not even a plan set forth with the campground. So there shouldn't be any work going on without a plan set forth, I would think.
So I did discuss this idea briefly with the legal team this week, and thinks that that is a possibility. What that would probably need to look like is that that's a formal extension of the lease. So it would require notice of those people that are not going to be out by
Right.
the contracted date. They would essentially sign a lease agreement with no additional cost and follow the same terms of the lease with a new end date. So that would also help us to understand if people are intending to still get them out, are they just delayed, or is there a different issue? I did also talk with some of the administration this week, reviewing if there's any plans yet for what the future is going to be, if there's any construction start dates or any planned work out there. Certainly, the more we go into that summer season, there's a risk of overlapping and delaying any projects, but there's no date set or no construction set yet at this
Right.
time. Still working through some preliminary visioning for that. Understanding that I received is that they're going to have essentially some visioning, and then once they've got a baseline or some kind of foundation, to start bringing that to the public, bringing that here to the board for us to provide some feedback.
So who's doing the visioning? I mean, what group is doing that? Just the mayor?
So I think right now it's under the mayor and his team. I know the city engineer, Adam, is involved from the septic side, the electrical side, the water side. So the engineer has got a large piece of this as well. But I expect there'll be external contractors as well.
Well, shouldn't the
associated.
Parks Board be involved in this?
That's,
And the entire park
Yep.
board, please?
that's what I'm hoping gets done, but that's, right now, it's not there yet, so.
Thank you for being honest. So should we, just to loop back on the legal aspects of extending the lease, um, you, you think that would be okay with the legal team?
It, the first discussion I had seems like that's feasible. We'd have to make sure that that's correct and works out, but don't see any initial issues with extending that
Yeah.
for some time period.
I think probably what we would do is more than likely from a legal standpoint is anyone who needs the extra time would be given the opportunity to sign an extension to whatever date, April 30th, whatever date.
Well, I
is
mean, I would just
selected.
like people to know in advance, not last minute.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. To our knowledge, there would be no problem based on construction with doing that. It would just be basically an extension. If people didn't need to do it, we wouldn't do it. But if they need to do it and want to do it, and it would be a help, then probably have everyone individually, case by case, sign an extension to be, and no charge, no additional charge, to allow the weather to get a little bit better and to get out to another location.
Yeah, it would be something that they'd have to come in and sign. So it'd be a document and it'd be in
Yeah.
writing. And a
Would not
contract
be a blanket for everybody, where there would need to be an extension of the terms of the
individual.
winter storage terms.
Hey, Brad, I
Go
would entertain
ahead, Carl.
that we, as a board, set some time to talk about the plan, timelines, as a team, and then meet with Adam Engineering and the rest of the team there. That's also going to be part of the decision making. But I don't think here tonight that we have all the answers and all the facts that we need. And so, but I think that's something that we can move towards in that direction. So, and then we'd be better prepared to give the answers to the people once we kind of know ourselves exactly what's taking place.
So
I mean, we can't be involved with the planning if we don't even know when meetings are happening or what the plans are gonna be. I mean, I've seen a South Shore plan from a few years ago. I imagine that vision's probably gonna come to the North Shore, is what I'm guessing.
I don't know.
So
I don't-
that's what I would say. Hey, we're not gonna have all this going on tonight. We don't have the answers tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need to get in the room and meet and discuss and talk, and then be able to give the community and the people the answers that they're seeking. Tonight, we don't have the answer.
But didn't you know this day was coming and then there was gonna be a lot of.
Hey, excuse me. So right now we're talking about the extension of the lease. Do we feel comfortable deciding that tonight, or do we want to discuss that in the January meeting?
I'm good. Voting on tonight.
So the third is longer than I had thought of originally. I was thinking mid-April, but I could be convinced either way, depending on what the board would like to do there. I think
I
having
don't
it,
think the 15th and the 3rd is that big a difference
right.
as far as that it's not gonna affect anything.
I think having it end of day on the Sunday is appropriate. So that way the Monday we can walk the site, make sure that everything's removed and move forward with action if we've got anything that we need to address that's still on the site. So I would prefer it to be a Sunday, end of day, kind of like you said.
So I second that motion.
For the 3rd,
Yes.
I think
on the
is the
3rd.
motion we've got. All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So there's extension of the lease for winter storage through end of day on May 3rd
With no extra fee.
with no extra fee. And we will work up a document that will need to be signed by anyone that is requesting the additional time window. So I would anticipate that may take a couple weeks for the legal team to review, and we'll have an update in January regarding that document. Old business to review from the board. New business from the board. Action items or event approvals from the board. Action items or event approvals from the public. And lastly, we've got public input.
For the record, because the audio or the video doesn't show the back, I want to be clear that the mayor is not here this evening. The city engineer is not here this evening. Both of those are gentlemen who we've just talked about could be part of this discussion. Some of what's concerning is you guys talked about this. Now, thank God you voted on it and you pushed it through to the third, so that's good. But some of my concern is what we were hearing is we don't want to do this tonight when there's all this here. I think that's what Mr. Malone just said. This is when you do this. You don't do this in closed doors. That's what has everybody pissed off. You guys can't meet when everybody else meets. That would be a closed door meeting. That would be illegal. You have to do this right here tonight when you got all this here. And I want to be sure that all of you and the administration who don't care to be here tonight understands that it's all about all this. And until you guys and they start to understand that it is all about this, the administration is going to continue being a joke. This is going to continue being a joke, and the people are going to continue being pissed off. So I'm extremely upset that we would have a member of the administration talking about needing to do stuff in secret without all this. That is what people elected this mayor to get away from. And we're going to go into a third term of backdoor crap and getting away from all this. So I just wish, instead of listening to that, you guys would fight against it. You guys would push back. I think that you guys were very highly disrespected with how this decision came down. You guys had a meeting last month, and then the very next day, some of you knew, some of you didn't know, and that's not how this stuff should run. So, you know, hopefully we'll get it together. I don't hold out hope. I'm assuming we'll just get more of the same, and that's why the people are pissed off. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.